Hello, dear friends. In January of this year, Donald Trump said he expected the market to crash before he returned to office. This prediction has just come true. Opinion piece: Black Monday, Grey Tuesday, recession fears, market collapse, global turbulence, prediction fulfilled. Another frantic day, falls of around 3%, new era of volatility, financial apocalypse. It's a 1987 style crash. Gold, oil, and Bitcoin fall. Need for a global change. New global configuration. Is it a black swan happening? Financial panic in the markets. Stock and cryptocurrencies crash. Tension peaks in the Middle East. It could be the start of a financial crisis. Let's start. On August 5th, 2024, there was a Black Monday on the New York Stock Exchange, characterized by sharp falls in the main stock indices. Wall Street has stabilized the falls, but has not managed to avoid heavy losses of around 3% at the close of Black Monday. That has hit the stock markets in Asia, Europe, and Americas in plural, due to fear of recession. This is going to be a week of great turbulence in the global financial markets that could be the beginning of a financial crisis. Fasten your seatbelt, because it's going to be an exciting ride. Investors showed concern about the possible slowdown in the economy, which caused massive sales in global markets. Investors fear that the Fed will be too slow to relax its monetary policy to avoid an economic recession. This widespread fall on Wall Street occurred in a context of global turbulence in financial markets, also affecting European and Asian stock markets. Experts consider it to be a correction and a technical readjustment of the market, expecting a rebound effect in the future, although others think we are facing a change in the financial system. Berkshire Hathaway, owned by Warren Buffett, announced a reduction by half of its stake in Apple, which raised concerns about the prospect of the technology sector. Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway now own 4% of all treasury bills issued to the public. Buffett now owns more treasury bills than the Fed. The companies known as the Magnificent Seven, Apple, Nvidia, Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, and Tesla, suffered significant losses of $1 trillion. Among the major indices, the Dow Jones fell 2.4%, the Nasdaq fell 3.74%, and the S&P 500 fell 2.82%. Breaking news: Black Monday on the New York Stock Exchange. Wall Street suffers its worst fall in almost 2 years due to economic fears. Stocks plummeted more than 1,000 points in the worst session in 2 years. Fear of a recession caused a Black Monday in world stock markets. Fear of a recession punishes stock markets from Asia to Wall Street. Fear of a recession pulverizes 2 trillion in the stock markets. European stock markets fall due to fear of a hard landing for the economy. European stock markets frozen due to fear of international turbulence. The IBEX 35 suffers its biggest fall of the year in a black day for the markets. The IBEX closed Black Monday with a fall of 2.34%, the largest since March 2023. Japan. The Japanese market is recovering strongly after the worst fall in its history. The Nikkei index sank 12.4% on Monday, and in its worst session since 1987. The Nikkei opened on Tuesday with a historic rise after a record collapse. Japanese stocks suffered their biggest drop since 1987 on Monday. Nissan develops a refreshing paint for cars that will keep drivers cooler. Crashes. Black Monday in the markets indicates the need for structural change in the global economy. The stock market crash is due to more than just weak economic data. Fears of recession shake global markets. Global stock market plunges deeper. As Dow plunges, S&P 500 and Nasdaq sink 3%. Schwab, Fidelity, and other online brokerages appear to be disappearing after a major market sell-off. Financial platform Robinhood has suspended 24-hour trading until further notice due to high market volatility. Oil price hits lowest level from 2024 as economic concerns rise. Brent price falls below $76 per barrel for first time in 8 months. Gold falls to record highs amid recession fears. Gold has dropped 43.1% and now stands at 2,400. Silver has dropped $1.54 and stands at $27. Bitcoin has dropped more than 18%. Reactions. Rome lasted more than 3,000 years, and the US 200. The market is betting for a half percentage point cut by the Fed in September. The loss of $6.4 trillion in stocks has traders fearing that the big crash is just beginning. Investors are entering a new era of volatility, a strategist says. Ed Jardini says this could be a 1987-style crash and political changes are in the offing. Traders rush to edge against extreme market events after a frenetic Monday. Bank stocks offer places to hide amid market turmoil, Wells Fargo says. Juan Osabi thinks a black swan is happening right now, and fears of a financial apocalypse are beginning. An economist warns that Warren Buffett caused a stock market crash and that a major collapse is imminent. X22 report. The dark side is pushing their agenda. They are sinking the economy to try to get us into the great Davos reset. Trump knows the playbook, and he knew they were going to do this no matter who was in charge of the country. Everything is going according to plan. Baltor announces an imminent 3-day event with the activation of the global emergency broadcast system and 10 days of darkness in communication to make a global financial reset that allows the promises of heaven to be fulfilled. The positive side of the adversity. As the famous Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius observed, in quotes, "You have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this and you will find strength." Middle East. The Middle East is preparing for a week that could determine the course of the war in Gaza. Iran will attack Israel, the Persian foreign minister has confirmed. The escalation between Iran and Israel could break the world economy. Annual inflation in Turkey falls by 10% in July. Trading was suspended on the Istanbul Stock Exchange after the index fell 6.72% after opening. Taiwan's stock market suffers its worst day in 57 years. China could become the world's largest economy by 2035, according to a report. Protesters vandalized the residence of the Prime Minister of Bangladesh after she resigns. USA. Catastrophic rains forecast for Georgia and Carolinas as Hurricane Debby moves away from Florida. Governors in 3 states declare emergency as Debby threatens East Coast. Tropical storm Debby brings torrential rains, threatens flooding to southeastern U.S. Rudy Giuliani's bankruptcy case has been dismissed. He owes $152 million, and his lawyer says he will join the ranks of the homeless if he is forced to sell his home. Trump says, in quotes, Kamala is clueless, and Biden is fast asleep, as stock markets plunge globally. U.S. Army evacuates last base in Niger as full withdrawal nears. Americas. Mexico will not meet annual growth targets according to expert. AMLO sends a message after Black Monday in the markets. We can resist a little longer, he says. AMLO predicts that the Dos Bocas refinery will produce 20% of Mexico's gasoline in 2 weeks. Violence tears apart the Mexican state of Chiapas. A Mexican journalist who had special police protection is murdered. Bolivia seeks to expand its presence in the BRICS on the way to the New World configuration. Boric summons electricity company and announces complaint over massive power outages in Chile. Argentine satellite detects spill-off crude oil in the Philippines. Milei will stop financing Argentine films that are commercial failures. Where is Argentina's gold? Little is known about the destination of the gold reserves that Argentina had in its central bank after the Minister of Economy, Luis Caputo, confirmed their shipment to an uncertain destination with the aim of improving profitability. Brazilian gymnast Rebeca Andrade wins an Olympic gold medal on the floor. Severe drought has returned to the Amazon and is happening sooner than expected. Venezuela. More than 70 army officers arrested in Venezuela. Maduro arrests 2,000 protesters and promises maximum punishment. Opposition leader Leopoldo López claims large-scale fraud was committed. Machado and González Urrutia ask Venezuelan police and military to prevent the coup. Venezuela's prosecutor denies that there is an arrest warrant against Machado and Urrutia. Maduro breaks relations with WhatsApp for using the application to threaten, in his opinion. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.